I know I'm arriving late to the party, but I wanted to make this video before the game dies. Because 2024 bombarded me with nostalgia with the remaster of Age of Mythology that I already made a video about it, go check it out, link in the description, and a sequel to a franchise that was presumed dead by all the people that love it, so I can't ignore the new sequel of Budokai Tenkaichi Sparking Zero. It's difficult to make a comparison between two games that were released so far apart in time. Tenkaichi 3 was released almost in a different world, an entirely different era of video games, so I know it might be a little unfair for Sparking Zero, that is.
Oh, call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Do you think I was talking about Tenkaichi 3? No, boy. Tenkaichi 3 was born in the golden era of video games. In that same year you had BioShock, Mass Effect, God of War 2, Call of Duty 4, Assassin's Creed, Halo 3, Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, Team Fortress 2, Portal, Super Mario Galaxy, Crysis, Guitar Hero 3, my god, what is happening? Games are raining from heaven. Let's start with the most important element in any video game, gameplay, and I must say, they did it. They freaking did it. Sparking Zero finally achieved the impossible, to make a Dragon Ball game that actually feels like you are playing a Dragon Ball fight. The Tenkaichi series established a formula for combat that no other Dragon Ball game has been able to match. It kept improving itself with each game until reaching the gameplay of Tenkaichi 3 that was fast, complex and fun like no other Dragon Ball game had achieved before. But it wasn't perfect. Due to the hardware limitation of that time, it wasn't fast enough or complex enough to be compared to a true fight from the anime. So fans of the series waited for another release until we gave up. Seeing that Namco keep releasing cheap knockoffs of Tenkaichi, people started forgetting that it ever existed, and the few people left in the Tenkaichi community created their own Tenkaichi 4 by modding Tenkaichi 3. So it was a really big surprise when they announced Sparking Zero 17 years later, and they actually took the old Tenkaichi formula and built on top of it. Sparking Zero preserves the old combos and mechanics of the older games, adding a new parry system, new combos and a frenetic speed to the combat that is only possible due to modern hardware. It creates the Dragon Ball experience that we always wanted to play as kids watching the show, and maybe they can create an even better game in, I don't know, 10 years, but I really don't know if you can go even deeper with this formula. I think Sparking Zero is enough. You know, maybe I'm wrong and the kids 10 years from now will be able to react to things on the screen in microseconds, assisted by AI chips installed in their cortex, who knows, but I'll never be able to play that. This game takes 100% of my attention span, and it was kinda hard for me to adapt my muscle memory from Tenkaichi 3 to a much more fast-paced combat system. Speaking of which, now you can play online, yeah! When I was playing Tenkaichi 3 in my time, I was the best among my friends, and even participated in a few local tournaments in some anime conventions. So the day Sparking Zero came out, I confidently jumped into the ranked matches to kick some ass, only to have my own ass handed to me on a plate as golden as Goku's hair. I don't get it. Most people were whining about the Vegeta fight being too difficult, and that fight is really easy. So who's destroying me online? Is it the so-called Crystal Generation? If they are so fragile, they shouldn't be able to press so many buttons that fast. Their hands should explode in thousands of pieces. The only other choice is 30 years old fat dudes like me that always existed and were always better than me. But I never knew that, because playing online was still something new enough in 2007. Playing online on a PS2 was only possible for about 5 people in the whole world, and only the Wii version of Tenkaichi 3 had that option. Speaking of options, there is something that really pisses me off. I'm only kidding when I make fun of the young generations of gamers, but apparently modern developers really think that you guys are stupid. I'm talking about these new accessibility options, not the ones for people who really need them. I mean the ones that are meant for beginners. Something similar happened with the Age of Mythology remake that I forgot to mention in my video. In the new release, there is an option that automatically manages your villagers in the different resources depending of the age you are in the game. Except that it doesn't work. Your villagers will just fool around your city trying to do like 5 things at the same time, but end up doing nothing. And if you try to manually manage them while this option is still activated, it confuses them even more. I was able to manually do this at the age of 8, and I'm no genius, okay? So this option trying to make the game more friendly for beginners just makes you lose instantly. The same with Sparking Zero. There is an option that is activated automatically that allows you to block attacks without touching any buttons, and honestly it's bullshit. There is a combo that I always done since I played the old Tenkaichi games. I'm gonna show it to you, of course, with the old button schemes, because I don't play with pussy ass modernized controls. Okay, so you go and start smacking around your opponent, okay? Then you press up and triangle, you follow him, smacking some more and triangle once more. From here you can do a couple of teleports if you want, and maybe some beam attack or something. But guess what? Now I can never finish this combo. Why? Because of that option that everyone has activated without even knowing. They always automatically block at least one of the punches. I can even test who deactivated this option and who didn't by trying this combo. What about the story mode? Tenkaichi 3 had a good story mode that retold the story of Dragon Ball Z that we already know, with some decent cutscenes for the time and a couple of what ifs that were very entertaining. The AI was dumb and it looks exactly as dumb in Sparking Zero, but overall a good story mode. Now in Sparking Zero, what the hell is this? I don't know why, but they decided it was a good idea to divide the story mode by characters instead of sagas, meaning that if you want to play the story from beginning to end, you kinda can do that playing as Goku, because he's in most of the story of course, but playing with any of the other characters is a clusterfuck. You jump throughout sagas with almost no contest. You are fighting Frieza as Vegeta, and 2 minutes later you are fighting Android 19 as a Super Saiyan. Wow, what a cool reveal! There are almost no cutscenes, you have to watch these ugly freeze frames with some text, and most of the few cutscenes that are animated are just characters standing still and talking. I actually like the POV vision, but it doesn't make up for all the other crap. Another thing, why can't I do the final attack in the crucial moments of the story? I have the father-son Kamehameha in the game and it looks fantastic, so why can't I use it? If I just wanted to watch what happened, I'd be watching the show, not this crap. It's a damn shame, because I saw a lot of people on the internet who have never watched Dragon Ball, and seeing all the hype around this game, they were willing to give it a chance, and maybe they will like the story, and maybe they'll try watching the show. It was a really missed opportunity. Some of the what ifs in the game are fun if you already know the story. If you don't, they they just add to the chaos until you get to the Black Goku saga, and then even I don't know what the f I'm playing. This saga is boring enough in the show, where they travel in time back and forward just to have the same fights with the same characters. Then you add the what ifs, and oh man, I actually don't know if I'm playing one of the almost identical generic battles of the story or a made up scenario created for the game. And look, I know the story of Dragon Ball has already been told 100 times. If you are looking for a game that has paid attention to and cared for the story, go play Dragon Ball Kakarot. It was created just for that. But when I play Dragon Ball Kakarot, or Xenoverse for that matter, I just feel like I'm playing a weird knockoff version of a Tenkaichi game. As a wise man once said, if it's not fun,
why bother?
Why don't you give me the good story mode in a game that is actually fun to play, huh? Like, I don't know, every other Tenkaichi game before this one, but enough of this. What else is in store? Both games have the tournaments, pretty cool. I always loved this feature, and now you can play them online and even spectate other people's fights, at least when they were people playing. What else? Tenkaichi 3 had the ultimate battle mode, full of little challenges. Sparking Zero has the custom battles, which are fine, I guess. Yeah? But new challenger, what is this? Tenkaichi 3 has interactive loading screens that has to add at least 10,000 points to the chart. So in the end, which one is better? The classic gem of 2007 or the new and modern 2024 sequel? I will say both have their strengths and weaknesses. I know, let's decide this like I do with anime reviews, by watching the openings. First, Tenkaichi 3, well, the faces have some weird animations, but they are pretty good for the time. Wait, did you hear that? Listen to that song! My god, what a banger! What a classic! Now, Sparking Zero clearly has better high quality modern animations. But wait, is this... Huh? What is this, Sparking Zero? Is this the Dragon Ball Super opening song? You can't even create your own title song? 0 out of 10. Piece of shit game. Goodbye.